Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake and you're here for another reaction, and today actually it's not today. What you're about to see is a reaction I did on the day of the release of Moon Knight episode 5 from season or series 1, who knows. And I was basically delayed so much, and as you know, by this point, if you've been keeping up with these, I basically rush out on Wednesdays. I come back, do the recordings, and then I rush out because I have plans every Wednesday evening. But this one was way too late. Well, like because I did not want to get any spoilers, because you know, by the time that I finish work here in the UK, by the time I finish work, America's just woken up and they've been out and they've been awake hours, and by that time I can sort of like, people are like still sort of adhering to the don't spoil it. It's for a little bit, so I can get home in time and be able to do these recordings. But shh, thank you. But this time I was too late for me to do a pre and post video to the reaction. So that's my reasoning behind it. I'd rather than say I was looking forward to this, I just thought I'd give you a brief explanation. You'd be like, why is he dressed? Why is he not wearing these clothes now? Because another thing, I had to get ready and literally had everything on and ready to just leg it out the door. So what you're about to see is me just reacting and fucking off, pretty much. So on that note, rather than waste any more time, I hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys, and I see you on the other side.
Calm down, Mark. Mark.
Oh my god, what happened to him?
Shoot you. You're with a rhinoceros, and you're right. You're right. Nonsense. I find this really encouraging. Honestly, I do. The struggling mind.
Who battered him? Did the hippo batter him? Oh, yes.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
it could be.
I mean, we're spending a lot of money in this place.
You know what?
Hold on a sec.
She's got her nails done.
Costume here.
Yeah.
Like the ancestral plane. Oh, just
The
gorgeous.
ancestral plane. Oh.
Anyway, I do
Shit.
actually have.
About to yell, bingo! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wow, okay, a boat on sand, okay.
Easy. Oh!
Oh, goody! It worked.
She just take out their frozen heart.
I'd blow your...
The reeds. What if they don't balance?
You get thrown overboard. The dead will drag you down into the dew
Oh,
where you remain forever.
Kill the hippo. Steal the body.
Fellas.
It's a god.
One hippo and two of us, and this ship can't be that hard to steer. So, no, just find me a rope and or we can do what she says and like help each other uncover whatever it is that will.
You relive cool moments like that. Oh yeah, when you turn back. I could turn back time.
Just a creepy calf filled with dead bodies. That's all it is.
Oh.
No prizes. Guessing whose room this is. Yours. Funny. New York. No way. Oh man.
Sees all the people he
What,
killed.
people?
Show me. It's the boy. It's the boy.
Mom.
Does he have a kid?
Mom?
This is his mum.
Food's ready. Who's only one fin? Mark, be nice to your little brother.
I had a brother.
Oh, Stephen.
Later, skaters. A wild crocodile.
Oh god. It's gonna break my heart, isn't it? They're gonna break my heart.
It'll be fine. Don't be a baby.
Listen to the weather. Was that a bird? Was that Conchu?
It's just a memory.
Oh my god. fucking hell, that nearly broke me.
What are you doing here? Hmm?
Come on, buddy.
You were supposed to keep him safe?
Stephen, let's go.
Let him drown. This is all your fault.
Oh my god.
All
She's a...
your fault.
He's a kid.
Stephen, come here.
Oh my god.
Stop, stop, don't go up there.
Stephen.
Stop! Wendy, we're just about to blow out the candles now.
Oh, this mother.
She's not coming.
Oh god. Oh well, no.
Your mother's not feeling well, Mark.
Oh yeah. She's got a fucking case of being a bitch. Imagine taking out on a child.
Stephen!
How is Mark always just so slow coming up these stairs? Maybe time's a bit different. Wait, what?
Have a birthday.
Oh, she's drinking.
I'm always jealous of him. Ever since I should have known you would do something like this.
Oh. What's the dad doing? What's the dad doing in all this? Letting this happen?
I cannot lose another son.
Poor. Alright, I feel sorry for blaming the dad now. That's still kind of heartbreaking.
What happened to you?
Yeah. It's this night that Conchi finds him. Here he comes.
What a waste. Is my moon night.
That's so cool. He looks so buff there as well. Look at him.
Are you sure you want to be with Concho again? Seems like you really want to get away from him.
Yeah, he's a bastard, but
It is our only shot.
yeah.
That's where it's gotta be.
And he's back. And he's back.
Can you open up to Stephen?
Is he helping? Is he helping him? Why is he helping him?
Bloody hell. Look at the state of this place. Better so
You made me up.
Open the door right now.
Oh, it's heartbreaking. Oh, this bitch.
So listen. Why do you have to make him do
I want to
this?
see what she did. I want to see what she did.
Disgusting.
You're not ready to see that. You're not ready to see that. That's the whole point of you.
Ooh. Yes! Kind of. I don't know.
The point of me? That she's still alive.
Oh my god. Did you kill her? Please tell me you killed her.
She's alive. I speak to her every day. What you... Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
It's
no,
just
no,
totally
no, no,
unbalancing
no,
the scales.
Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Let me out, let me out. Oh, God. Little silly Tash there. It's very... Ned Flanders. Stephen, what's the we're up to now? Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, please don't do that. It's ringing. Don't bother her, please.
Come on.
Hello.
I kind of don't want to see this. I don't want to see this.
Stephen's here. He'd like to speak with you.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, bloody hell. Oscar Isaac. Right, the dad better not be a bastard now either. And obviously this is what we saw at the start.
What? Where am I?
That was like an emotional low blow.
What's my fault?
Listen to him. Listen to him. It's not your fault. Also, I need to say that I've been so invested in this, as in the writing, the music, cinematography, but especially the acting between Stephen and Mark, that I have entirely forgotten.
How do I open it?
I'm so sorry. Your scales never balanced.
Oh
Our
no.
journeys
Yeah,
come
I haven't
together.
noticed
I
that
can't
it's the
stop
same
inevitable.
person acting opposite each other.
Rooting for you
It's
guys.
fucking
The
brilliant.
unbalanced soul.
Oh, this is kind of creepy. Yeah, like how are you gonna defeat Sam? Oh, cheap shot. Cheap shot. Well, I'll say cheap shot. 3-on-1 anyway.
We've got this. I prefer cricket.
Come on, together. Come on. Teamwork. Oh god. Oh, not another one. You do not let Stephen go. You stop that fucking boat now. Stephen. Fucking Stephen, you. Stephen. I think I'm just not wiping away a tear dust there. But I feel like I should be crying for Stephen. Stephen. Oh, that's fine. Don't give me a mid-credit sequence then, you shithouses. And that, guys, was my reaction to series 1, episode 5 of Moon Knight. Back to the clothes that I'm wearing days later. Because another thing is that by the time that then I came home, I was too tired to do recording, and the next day I had to then go dog/house sit, and then the following day then I had to go on a trip to Glasgow for a couple of days, and then I've come back from that, and now I'm doing the recording now. So I've had a lot of time to think about what I saw. Yes. So I've had time to process it, which is probably good, because where I was left off, I needed time to just be with my thoughts, but then also get other people's sort of opinions as well. So I did do notes, which are here in this lovely book, but I can't remember what I wrote. So shall we have a look? Here we go. Here we go. Episode 5. It's only about half a page, which is good. So the mention of the astral plane. So obviously got very excited a bit once I heard that. Well, I was a bit sort of, oh, astral plane, was it? Yeah, astral plane. Yes, that, like, thank you. Like, it's good that they're acknowledging that these are things, like, and you know they would, and it's giving you just a little sprinkle to be like, because so far, as far as I'm aware, unless I'm mistaken, so far there's been no references, I think, to any of the other heroes and or any other films and stuff like that. So just to have just a little reminders in, like, oh, do you remember that from Black Panther? That sort of thing. Just sprinkle it. It was good. Oh, not that good. Don't do that again. So that was good. I did enjoy that. Yeah, listen, I think Arthur as the Doctor, it reminds me of the earlier versions of Arthur that we saw, where I was actually like, this guy's really, like, as like his psychiatrist, I was like, this guy's, he can't be a villain. He's really nice. And this version of Arthur as well. Sorry, I'm seeing loads of cats, like 4 cats, 2 over there. There's one just ran across the road. Don't get run over. You didn't get run over. Okay. And there's one literally down there as well. Yeah, anyway. It says a lot about my, like, sort of attention span, that I've seen multiple cats and I've gone so yeah, like I started to sort of think, like, it whatever this is, like, could this be a real Arthur, like, that isn't basically was hoping that, I don't think it would be, but imagine there was just a version of this one where he actually was just helping people, but not in the way of Amit's, like, what's the word, retribution, punishment, whatever you want to call it, like her way of revenge. So but I don't think so. I think it is like, yeah, it is just a projection to help Stephen / Mark. But yeah, so there's that. Frozen Hearts. I must admit I was a bit shocked when that happened, and then it made sense. So I've written it down. I was a bit sort of, when I wrote it down, I was thinking like, what if they don't? What if she gets to put the frozen hearts back in? Like, is there a process of, because we don't see the process? Is there a process where she just goes, oh, there you go, bam, look, like that, or is it just sort of, oh, it was inside you all along? That sort of thing. But yeah. I'll get back to. I wrote down unbalanced scales, but I'll get back to that. I think when it comes to towards the end, the room with dead people. That was messed up. That was messed up. Cool, but messed up. But very cool. Like, but it's also what Mark said. It's like, as a mercenary, you've got to sort of like can't expect to kill people. And there was that room full of dead people. And if he's a mercenary, he's been doing it all his life. I mean, those are rookie numbers if you're asking me. So, but maybe those ones, like you said, those are the ones that he was killed. He sort of went out and killed as part of Khonshu's like fist of vengeance. So maybe that was more the room what was filled of. But again, it was creepy. It was really good how they, like, by the time we did this recording, I've got tickets booked for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and I really appreciate how that looks like it's going to, well, from what I'm hearing as well, it's supposed to be they're leaning into the horror, which is going to be cool. But this is, well, they've sort of, especially the episode before, and with that sort of stuff, with the dead bodies and the dead bodies again coming out of sand towards the end, they're going forward with these sort of like, I'm going to scrap my phone, hold on. They're going, who is it? Let's have a look here. I'll name and shame them on this video. Oh, Simon. I love Simon. I'll never shame him. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like they're going with a more horror route as they've done with this one, and then with this one specifically, they're not afraid of like showing it more creepy stuff, especially in like the episode before with like the mummies that were out and about trying to bloody kill everyone, or no, was killing everyone. They coming out of the shadows, their hands creeping around. They're giving an eerie sort of horror feel to it, and they're leaning into it, and I'm very, very much enjoyed that bit, and especially this bit with the dead bodies. It was just eerie, just walk around with like their sort of frozen over like dead corpses, with the eyes were like dead, like sort of dead as well. Oh, it was good. I very much enjoyed it. See, right. So I've written down Roro, memories of family, mum beating him. Mum is dead. So I'm going to put this down quickly and talk about his mother. Now, I didn't know about the story of Moon. I still don't, like, as in what it is in the comics. I heard he has a harsh past anyway. But that was harrowing to sort of, like, because Stephen was experiencing, that's what they've done throughout this, is that you're experiencing other people's takes on it, because they're not conscious when other things have happened, so they're waking up and you have to experience what they're experiencing. And we went on that journey with Stephen, the discovery of it, Mark having to relive it as well, and it's like it was just horrible. Like, the whole thing with the cave alone was claustrophobic and dark, and it was. But the mum, his mother, was just I've had time to reflect. And I can imagine that by the time I edit this, I'm going to have a look at how I am now to my reactions during it. But I've sort of kind of, but yeah, that was infuriating. Like, I know that some people handle loss in certain ways, and his mum handled it in a certain way, and we don't know what her state of mind was post the death of Roro. So losing a child is losing a child, but you still have a child, you still have a life, you still have a husband, and just even just the stuff where when he's at that was horrible bit with him at his birthday dinner with just him and his dad, and then you see it the next year or year after that or whatever, and she's just there and she's saying, "You were always jealous of him. I should have known you did." Like, this is a child. This is your child. There comes a time where obviously you need to mend yourself, but by not doing that, you are actually breaking your child. And then, but obviously something, maybe she might have been like that beforehand, but something broke in her and there was no helping her, and the whole beating scene and Stephen being created, and Stephen finding out as well that he was literally just a defense mechanism almost. It's even now I'm just like, I've got like a heavy chest. But yeah, I definitely Marvel, we've seen obviously bad parents. Like, Marvel has a list of bad parents: Thanos, Ego, my mind's gone blank now. Where are the rest of them? But I'm trying to remember another one. I know there's people said Odin as well. Someone said Odin, and I get it because of what he did to Hela, but at the same time, wouldn't you imprison your child? Sounds very... I honestly hope... Should I edit that out? I don't know. But I hope people haven't heard that through the walls thinking, oh, what's going on here? But if that was your daughter, you would. But yeah, so they've got a list of bad parents. But she was pretty bad. She is as in it goes from having the parents doing one bad thing, and then it's like, oh, you're bad. Like, you're bad. Like with Ego, is like he killed Star-Lord's mother. Thanos, obviously we knew he was a bastard, but he loved Gamora and he sacrificed her for what he thought was the greater good. The greater good. Hot Fuzz quote. Yeah. So, but to have that, but that's it. But to have this one, which was just brewed in sadness, and it wasn't just a thing that happened suddenly that shocked us. You saw the progression of what happened. The middle part where you saw it was starting to affect, and then the end part, which was, well, not the end part, but the part where then you saw physical, like you knew there was physical beating happening, and you knew, and it wasn't just obviously that one time. So it isn't more. You have to then you feel that this happened to a child, and this has gone on for a long time, and this is what's made Stephen as a coping mechanism, and it's what's now molded Mark from a young age, and it's just, she's a bad mother. Let's put it at that. But the actress is very good. She made me believe that she might be a parent in real life, and she's amazing. But she made me like actually sort of. I was not happy. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Listen. Obviously, then when you see like Mark talk to him about Stephen telling him it's not your fault, like very Goodwill Hunting. I'm pretty certain it is. I guess I'm fairly certain it is. I haven't seen that movie in years. Where he's saying it's not your fault. You did. It's such a. And listen, I think I said it during the recording as well. The reaction is that it's hard to believe that we watched an entire episode pretty much of the same guy talking to it himself, but as a different character, obviously using Gio, and a hippo. It's like how to, and I just believed every second of it. It was just, and Oscar Isaac's acting, like, obviously, listen, there's a sort of, like, this is a, people look down kind of on these sort of films and shows. They're like, oh, they're not proper films, as we all know. People say that. And I think that they get overlooked when it comes to awards shows. And so don't get me wrong, recently there was, obviously, WandaVision got a few look-ins, and then Loki as well. So, well, I think Loki, but definitely WandaVision did, I know that. So, but it's they sort of, yeah, people look down on them, as in, like, superhero films or TV shows aren't real art forms. They're just stupid. It's like, oh, like, if the people who are like doing them are putting in 100% and it's coming across as quality work, how can you then turn your nose up at it, you know? And Oscar Isaac's acting has been phenomenal in this series. He is just brilliant. I felt everything, all his pain, as Mark and Stephen, but especially when you see him leave his mum's funeral. Good. He shouldn't. Good. He didn't go. Again, kind of feel sorry for the dad, but also don't. But yeah, him walking away and just then in the middle of the street, just to be absolutely broken, and then just sort of have that moment of just pure emotional sort of emotional breakdown, but not breakdown. I'm looking for it. It got to the point where he was so heartbroken and angry and upset and all these words that then Stephen came out and the change was like that. Like, it was bloody hell, or whatever he said. Yeah, and it was just, and I think honestly, I think I was a little bit at the start harsh on Oscar Isaac Stephen, because I have a hang-ups on people's ideas of how they should sound English. I think that they can, especially especially English. It's either sort of like or so, oh my, that sort of thing. I've said it already, but I think it was a little bit harsh, and that's my hang up. And then he's literally just made. I take back everything. He deserves everything. He deserves the world. He deserves all the bloody awards, and he deserves me. I'll just leave that there. All right, I think I've spoken about that harrowing moment a bit too much. All right, okay, and this is in the notes. I'm just going to put it out there. That bit where he officially becomes the Moon Knight, like, Khonshu's a manipulative bastard. We know that, right? Took advantage of him. But that bit where he not only he gets him when he's about to kill himself, but that bit where he officially calls him his Moon Knight. Yeah, that was so good. Yeah. Alright, I'll move on to the next bit. It was obviously explained why the Liza bleeding wand. It was from that day with his mother. I don't want to talk about it anymore, so let's move on to the next one I put here. Dead Sand People. I like that Stephen was able to show that it is a muscle memory is a thing. So he was able to also him beating that sand person down to I said pulp but sand. It was good to see, like, it was probably very cathartic for him, like, just getting rid of, like, some of that stuff. He must have felt a lot there, and he went from being confused, like, surprised, confused, to angry, to upset, to then, like, looking after Mark, make sure he's alright, tell him he's all, like, everything's alright, to then having to then deal with this. And if he needed that release, much like when, like, Layla in the episode before, where once she dealt with the mummy, she then climbs back up, and then you just see her sort of have that release where she was, like, on the rock, like, lying, and then screams. That's what I feel like. That's what he needed to, like, fuck some sand people up, you know. Okay. So I've got 2 notes left, and you can imagine what the notes are. Stephen. Stephen. Now, I'm just gonna. I've got a missed phone call. So, I just got a missed phone call. I went, it's my girlfriend. My mate Simon messaged me. I was like, oh, Simon, my girlfriend. Was like, oh, I'm terrible. I'm gonna cut this. Yeah. So Stephen, I think, you know, it was one of those things where you didn't realize what you had until it's like gone. That's the saying. There's a bunch of sayings along the lines of that. Once he was it broke my heart, and I'm still not over it. And I'm thinking there's so much things that is going to happen in the last episode that I'm not too certain they'll be able to get Stephen back, and I don't know whether they can. You can't. Full stop. You can't. No, like he's just too pure, and it was good, like, because having them, obviously, I said them, it's Oscar Isaac, but having them together interact, it went from being just a personality to then having that brotherly bond, and he saw Mark was desperate to get him back, to pull him up, and I don't think Mark will want to leave him there if he can, and I don't think Marvel will leave him there, because, I mean, the option. Listen, we know there's sarcophagus in there; it's banging away. We know that Jake's out there somewhere, or another version that might not be called Jake. Because I was thinking, like, why does it have to? I don't know where Jake's actually from. Thinking about it, but you've got Stephen, who's English. You got Mark, who's American, and I believe Oscar Isaac is originally from Guatemala, I believe. So why wouldn't his other one might be from, like, well, from Guatemala, or from South America, or from Spain, or wherever, like, if you can, like, do that, if you can sort of channel that. I was thinking, why not do that? But anyway, I've got distracted. I think that I don't necessarily think they will resolve Stephen, and I'm fair. I think that if they are going to carry on into a season 2, or carry on into a film, I'd love it if they would resolve it, as long as they don't resolve it. So it's just sort of like, oh, bad, it's done. Like, they probably need to give it time, because that was a big thing to happen, and there's a lot of more things that's going to happen as well. And from what I think, the rumors are that it's going to be the shortest finale of all the Disney Plus shows. So I think if they do have a second series or plus on, it might be that they then go to try and get him back then, and by them I mean that we get Jake, or that other version of words said about turn up as well. So I think maybe that, like, sort of like, I think isn't it one of the Pirates of the Caribbean films where I think Captain Jack goes to Davy Jones' locker and they have to rescue him from it or something. Well, that's how it ends. We have to go get him back. We have to rescue him. I'm fairly certain it was something like that. Like, kind of like something like that. But yeah, but I don't think they'll recover with. I don't think we'll recover Stephen. I'd love it if you do, have him whole again, and also plus one, making it 3. That'd be great. But I'm not too certain what to expect. Also, the last thing that I wrote as well, that I'm was that he, at the end, he's obviously standing in was it the field of reeds. He's standing in the field of reeds, so obviously he couldn't make it to field of it, and suddenly nowadays, that's what I mean, is that they're saying that now, because they were out of sync, now that Stephen's gone, there is balance, but obviously it was unbalanced. So there's a chance that, because they were starting to balance as well, so there is a chance that they could find a balance between them. But the fact is that once there was no conflicting other body that's out to play, then it's like, okay, but so there is a chance that, you know, it can be unbalanced again, and he can live unbalanced again. But being like that ending in Field of Reeds, it was like, I don't know whether that's where it is now, but obviously he's on his way. He's made it, but he's still on his way to the gates to be released back onto Earth, or whatever plane this Earth is on. So yeah, So it was a nice ending, but again, I was and still am a bit sort of gut punched from what happened with Stephen. As for what I can't expect from the season finale, I don't expect anything really. Like, you know, it's not something that's sort of like outlandish. Like, I expect this Avenger to turn up or anything like that. Obviously I expect to see Harrow again and Layla and Khonshu and America's Moon Knight again. So what I would like to see, obviously, is Jake, or like I said, a version of Jake to turn up. But if I had to sacrifice Jake for Stephen, obviously, if I could have had to pick one and discover the other one in next season, so either it would be, or next film or whatever. So either it'd be getting Stephen back and then also finding there's a third one, or getting Jake back and he's like, we gotta go save Stephen, and then they go like on a adventure together, them two and Layla. That'd be amazing. So I think I would prefer. I was about to say I think I prefer Stephen back, but thinking about it, I think having Jake and Layla and all them go together trying to get back Stephen. Oh, you know what? I want both. I want Stephen back and I want Jake. I've taken it back. I expect a lot now. That's it. I've built it up in my head. I've probably ruined the finale for me now because I expect too much. This is what I did want. Thanks. Cheers. Anyway, I'll leave it at that then. It's because I need to crack on with editing and all that sort of stuff. So this one obviously was a little bit different, but hopefully it doesn't seem weird and it still has the same sort of feel to it. So on that note, guys, if you like this video, like the video, comment below what if you prefer. I don't know if you prefer American Stephen to go get Jake or whatever, like all three of them together. You know, I'm sort of trying to spitball things here, but realistically, I think my ambitions are too high. Are your ambitions too high? I don't know, but comment there below to let me know what you know. If you like these sort of videos, subscribe to the channel. I think there's a bell somewhere you can press. I don't even know where the bell is, so subscribe if you can, and find that bell. And I think the bell tells you when I upload or something like that. I think that's how it works. I am such a noob. So yeah, and have a look around. There might be other videos you might like to do with different reaction videos, so on and so forth. But I think so we're gonna leave it there, guys. I'll see you for the finale. I'm excited.